welcome back to my channel. It is early morning. I didn't even bother putting my glasses on. Just, no. I am working on a project today. It's a DIY hack. So I was on Pinterest. I'm doing a couple of pop-up sales. I know I've mentioned it like a million times before, and I need things to fill my vases and jars to make them pretty. A lot of vendors use fake flowers or just plain sticks. Or last spring for a sale, I rolled up sheet music and tied them. I can show you a picture here. Turned out super cute, and I sold a few. That's what's really funny. I'm going to show you how to do this hack today, and I just want to address something that someone had said to me was, why are you showing everybody how to do what you do? You won't sell anything anymore. That's ridiculous. There's going to be people like you who are watching this video who want to know how to do it, and that's great. You're a DIYer. I'm a DIYer. Wonderful. You want to see if this works as well as I do? Like, you see things on Pinterest, because I'm on there all the time. There's so many creative people. You got to try it to know if it works, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But there's always going to be people who don't want to do it. They're not DIYers. They don't have time. And at the sale where I did the sheet music scrolls, I mean, it's the simplest project in the whole world, but a woman bought 12 of them. Handy little pro tip for you. I price everything, including my vase fillers, because there is always somebody who wants to buy the vase fillers. Always. I'm not lying. There's going to be somebody who wants to buy it, so I price everything. I don't even care. Like, I got a tip from a vendor once where there was a piece of display furniture that I really didn't want to sell, and she said, put a ridiculous price on it that you think nobody will pay. And somebody paid it, and I didn't care because it was a ridiculously expensive price, and I was able to buy something to replace the display piece. So price everything. But I did the sheet music scrolls last time, and I wanted to do something different. I'll still have sheet music scrolls, but you know, the whole thing is there will always be somebody who, yes, will DIY what I show you. And then there's going to be people that don't want to bother. So go ahead and do your DIYs and show people how you do it, because I even tell people at the sales, because that person who sees it, who's the DIY person, is going to go on Pinterest and look anyway. You know, they're not going to buy them there. And then there's the lady who comes right behind her and says, I'm having a graduation party for a musician and I need 12 of them. And I'm like, great. They were 4 for $1 because I paid $1 for the whole book of sheet music. And I just rolled them up with some twine that I got from the dollar store. So $1 for 4 was, at that point, I made half of my money back for the whole project. And then another lady bought another 4 that she just wanted to display, and I made the rest of my money back, but I've sold a lot more rolled up sheet music than that. It's a silly little project, but the project I'm going to show you today is the cotton stems that are so popular right now. I literally just want them for vase fillers. And the whole thing is I have gone to the wholesaler. I use some wholesalers because there's some things that I can't make. Like, I can't make lavender. Somebody will post in the comments that there's a hack for lavender, and then I'm going to go look at it. But I can't make lavender stems, and I can't make, you know, a lot of the other things that I think are super pretty. Dried things that I think are super pretty. I mean, baby's breath. I've seen the peonies that they make from coffee filters. I tried it. I couldn't do it. So I just buy them. I buy fake peonies because I can't. I tried, couldn't do it, but this I could do. So this project is super simple, and it's super cheap, because what I did was I sent my daughter and her little friend out to find me pine cones and sticks. And these are just sticks that had fallen on the ground in the storms, and they did. They found me pine cones and sticks. I got a bag, like a big bag of pine cones. And the other thing I do with these is around the holidays, I spray paint them and then dump a bunch of glitter on them, and I sell these too as bowl fillers. They sell really well. So I didn't care that they gave me an entire grocery bag, paper grocery bag filled with pine cones, because I will use them, but I do not need that many for this project. And then they found me a bundle of sticks, which I actually need more sticks from them. So I'm going to ask them to go back out. And I paid them each $1 to go find this stuff for me. So I'm down $2 at this point. The other thing I got was, oh, hang on one second. I forgot I locked these up last night so the cats wouldn't eat them. They love cotton balls. So I picked up cotton balls from Dollar Tree. So $1. So now I'm down $3. That's my total investment so far for this project. And then you'll need hot glue gun. Oh, it's dripping. Woo. So it's on. You can see it's hot glue gun. If you don't have a hot glue gun, you can use, really, I wouldn't use Elmer's glue, but if you wanted to use E6000, I did use it on a couple of the cotton stems when I started this. I've already done a few. I didn't like it because it took too long to dry. That's why I switched to the hot glue. It stayed too sticky too long. So you can use other glues if that's what you have on hand. You could probably try super glue, but just be aware that it's gonna take a while to dry. The hot glue will dry much quicker, but I did burn myself yesterday. So that's what we've got. If you don't, just use what you have. Don't go invest in a glue gun if you don't want to. As a DIYer, you probably already have one. And then, extra glue sticks, which I keep on hand anyway. Pick them up whenever I see them on sale. So this pine cone, as you can see these little white things on it? These are still relatively fresh and they're very sticky. I'm gonna give you another tip for because you're gonna pull this apart. You're gonna pull all these little spines, the Fibonacci sequence. Yeah, I went to college. You're gonna pull all these off one by one. So that's gonna be the hardest part, really. The second, no, you know what the hardest part is? This is super sticky pine sap. This is gonna get over everything when you pull these off. So you don't want this on your hands once you start working with the cotton, because you turn into a cotton monster. There will still be some sticky on here as you're working, so you're gonna get some cotton stuck to you anyway. But let me give you a tip for removing this, because it is so hard to get this stuff off your fingers. Cooking oil. How simple is that? If you don't know, cooking oil will remove adhesive. So if you pulled a tag off something and you've got adhesive residue, take some olive oil or corn oil, whatever cooking oil you have, dump it on there and roll it around on the adhesive. It gets rid of adhesive. Didn't know that, did you? A lot of people don't. It works. I've heard people go, oh, I take a heat source of some kind, if you got a heat gun or a hair dryer, and I'm like, really? Because I just dump a couple drops of oil. I literally went to the Dollar Tree and bought a one of those cheap ketchup bottles, the little ketchup and mustard pack that you can get for $1, and I filled it with cooking oil so I can literally drop 2 drops of oil out onto something with that adhesive residue and get it off. That's what I used on my hands to get this off. So you can see, it is literally so sticky. And if I tried to pick up a cotton ball right now, it would stick to me and not the stick. So you take cooking oil, rub it all over your hands really good, and you'll feel it come off. You'll feel the sticky go away. And then I put liquid hand soap on, no water yet, because water and oil don't mix. You knew that, right? Okay, so you put the soap on, then you mix the soap in, and then you rinse your hands. It'll all be gone. You're not gonna have a sticky mess. So that's the first thing we're gonna do. We're gonna pull this all apart. I'm not gonna make you watch that because could it be more boring? So I'm gonna get this all pulled apart, then I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. Okay, so I got all my little, I don't even know what these are, things off. And some of them pulled off some of the stem. So a little bit of the stem is fine, but this big long one, I'm gonna just trim that off. Oh, I'm gonna have to vacuum. It just went all out of control. So be nicer about it than I just was. There we go. It's gonna fling apparently anyway. So I'm gonna have wood splinters in people's feet. I don't vacuum after this. Doesn't matter because this made a hot mess anyway. There's like little, here, bits and bobs everywhere. It's all over the floor. We're gonna have to clean up. The cats are up. So that's that. I won't do all of them while you're watching, but so I've got you turned around here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I've protected my work surface with a little parchment paper. It's awesome because when you're using the hot glue gun, the heat won't hurt it. I mean, this stuff's made to go in the oven, and the sticky is not going to hurt your work surface. So I've got my work surface protected, and all you're going to do is, I've got my little pile of bebobs over here. I don't know, like pine cone bits. Let's just call them pine cone bits. So then grab a cotton ball, and I have seen this tutorial where they didn't sort of fluff up the, let's do this, fluff up the cotton ball. You want to fluff up the cotton ball. I didn't like when it looked like a perfect circle. So, I mean, you can see when I pull this out of the bag from the Dollar Tree, it's sort of a perfect little circle. Let's see if I can get that to focus. No. Well, you'll just have to take my word for it. So it comes out as a perfect little circle. My hands are clean, by the way. I did get all the pine tar off. But I like to fluff it up a little bit. Now, I tried this 2 ways. So I started out by gluing these to the cotton first and then to the stick. And I found that gluing it to the stick first and then putting all the little spines on, the little pine cone bits on, made it more natural looking. So I'm going to show you what I do. So I just take my stick and I start at the tip, and I'm going to get a lot of glue on there because I'm going to wrap this top one around the end. So if you look at the pictures of the cotton stems, what you've got is, so I'm going to get this, see it's dripping. I'm going to get that just wrapped around there. And I have burned myself many times. I did a bunch last night like this, and then I decided this morning I was going to do a tutorial for you guys because there were some things I learned along the way that made it look more natural that I figured, you know what, I'll share it with you guys. But I missed some pine tar. See what I mean? If I hadn't cleaned my hands first, I would have been completely hairy, like a cotton monster here. But you just get that stuck on there. Okay, then I'm going to grab my first spine. Now, I like these wide ones. When you do it, you're going to get all different sizes of these spines. Let me find a small one so I can show you. Oh, I need more coffee this morning. Oh, here's one. So you can see they come in all different shapes and sizes. I save these because some of the areas that you're going to put the cotton on need a little extra something, so don't throw these out. These are going to be your main pieces, and then these will fill in. So save those. Don't pull the whole pine cone apart. See, here's what my pine cone looked like after I was done pulling all the spines off. Make your kids pull them off. So, you don't have to, but my kid's not here, so. And then you're going to want to pick a side, put some hot glue on there. So I've got some hot glue. And then the reason I thought this looked more natural is I lay part of it on the stick and then I push the cotton in. Yeah, you're going to get glue everywhere. Be careful not to burn yourself. I don't have a bowl of ice, which I've heard is what I'm supposed to do. Is to put a bowl of ice down so that I can dip my fingers and I don't burn myself. But as you can see, the little spine sort of cradles the edge of the cotton. And that's kind of the look that you're going for. Now you want to go at least 4 around the outside. Most of mine I think have 4. Some of them, depending on the look I wanted for that particular branch, have more. So, and I found that putting the glue right in, there's no nice way to do this, right in the spine works really good. I think I put on the cotton on the last one, but this actually is how I've been doing it. You just lay it right in the spine. So last night, this is what I found. Works really good. Put the cotton or glue right in there. And then I stick it on the other side around the stick. So I'm kind of cradling the two pieces in there. And I will go back and actually tack this down a little bit. I'm gonna hold it till it sticks. I'm losing little spines all over the... It's not as easy to do the demonstration as it is just to work, because you guys are taking up part of my work surface here. I'm just working on a TV tray. You know, put your favorite movie on and go to town. Or a movie you haven't seen, because you don't really need to pay exclusive attention to this. Glue, and then on the stick. The nice thing is these little sharp bits kind of fill in. Get that on there. Oh, good. So you're starting to see what looks like a cotton blossom. Now, this particular pine cone, these are flaring out quite a bit more than I really like. There are different pine cones. There are different sizes of pine cones. I've seen this done with the small tapered pine cones that have less flare. So like my pine cones all have the flare. There are the ones that lay almost flat. Those seem to be the one that most people are using. I don't have them. I wasn't gonna go find them. I'm using what I have. So these are, like I said, just bowl fillers, and at a distance, they're gonna look fine. If somebody did wanna buy them, fine. That's extra money for me, not a big deal. But really, I'm just using this for decoration in the booth, so it doesn't have to be, in my mind, perfect. But if your ultimate goal is to make these and sell them, which not my goal, it might be a nice little bonus if somebody does wanna buy them, but it's not my goal. I just need something to make my booth look nice. A little pro tip for you, I always fill my vases, because for some reason empty vases will just sit there. I fill bowls, I fill bird cages, I make sure there's light bulbs in the lights, I put candles in the candle holders. When it is staged properly and people can see, with candles, with flowers, with fillers, it seems to do better. So just take the extra time. If you can get a bunch of fillers for free, that's great. Or if you do a DIY like this, that's great too. Fill it with something. Fake fruit, dollar store fruit, people, bowls with dollar store fruit, something just to stage it properly. So that's why I'm doing this. So it doesn't have to be perfect, because most of the stuff is just gonna be to make the vase look pretty. So there I've got my first one on, and most cotton blossoms you will see have 2 or 3 pieces coming off them. Some of them have like actual stems. None of my sticks had stems. So I'm gonna take and just put it where this stick has this next little piece where a leaf would come out. See that little piece there? Yeah. And I'm gonna fill that next. So I'll put you guys on time lapse so you don't have to sit and watch this. Okay, so I put a second or a third one on here because it was a very long stick, and I think I want the third one on there. So I've been putting between 2 and 3 on each stem, depending on what aesthetically I think looks best. So all I'm gonna do here is, you see part of this has dipped up a little bit, and you know what, you can be neater than me if you want, if you're doing this for yourself. So I'm gonna pull that down. Just to get a closed sort of blossom look. Oh God, I hate hot glue. I burn myself constantly, and then these strings of glue are following me around, and as you can see, this is from the glue. This is not from the pine tar. This is from the glue. So I will be a cotton monster at the end of this. But you can be neater if you want. You probably are. There are better DIYers than I. I am a furniture girl. I like the this is not my forte. But you know what? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I'm not a sewer. I'm an upholsterer. I can't sew a pillow to save my life. My mother-in-law sews my pillows for me. My sister sews for me. There are other crafty people who are better at even hot glue than me. But you know what? I learned a few things, so I'm going to share it with you guys because that's what I do. Like I said, you will see the fails and you will see the successes, but I just wanted to show you, like, you don't have to spend a ton of money if you're a vendor and you want to just fill in a vase, and I'll show you what the vase that I filled so far looks like. But they're cute. I mean, at a distance, is it going to hold up if I was on making it and the Etsy show? No, it's not going to hold up. It looks like crap up close. Looks like crap. But and if I was doing this for my house and I wanted it to look super nice, I would be a lot more cautious, and I'll trim a lot of this stuff off and clean it up later. But right now I'm just trying to get the overall shape in there. You can take your time. You can do a better job. You'll probably do a better job, frankly. I'm not, like I said, not a crafter. I'm a furniture girl, but I will try it and I will fill my vases. So this one I think needs to be puffed up a little more. And that's all I've been doing is I've been looking at it and going, does it look natural? Does it look clean? Is it, and I'll go back and clean them up later. But, like I said, I don't actually expect to sell any of these. My expectation is just to fill it in so that my jars aren't empty, my vases aren't empty. So that's how I did it. I think definitely that this works better putting it on the stem than it did on the cotton and then trying to apply the cotton ball to the stem. So it just gives that a more natural look right there. When I did it, and I'm not going to show you, they just look terrible. Just take my word for it. They look terrible when I did them on the cotton ball first and then tried to glue it here. Incorporating the stem into the cup here that's part of the pine cone, ooh, that broke off, just works better. So just trust me on that. Making it part of the stem is what you want to do here. But yeah, these are a little close, but I've been doing 2 to 3 on each one and trying to space them apart. And if you look at pictures of what a cotton blossom looks like, you'll see that that's how they roll. So I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna do a butt ton of more sticks. So I will have these for my booth, but I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Yeah, so that's it. I think they turned out really cute. And as you can see, I did some pink ones. I had some pink cotton balls in my daughter's bathroom. So I thought, I'm going to see what it looks like. I put them on some smaller stems to put in some small jars just to mix it up a little bit. How cute would that be at like a baby shower? I went online and I Googled it, and they come in like blue, pink, and yellow. I think that'd be cute to have little baby cotton stems in a vase. But if you have more time than money, you can pay the $7 a stem for the cotton from the store, or you can use this inexpensive solution. So I think they turned out great. They're going to be great jar fillers. Yeah, you could probably dye these too. I mean, using RIT dye, I bet you could dye some cotton balls or some food coloring to get any color you really wanted. And as I was working on it, I realized cotton batting would work just as well. And I have cotton batting. I pick it up whenever I can. But I think, you could pull out puffs and it might look a little more natural that way too, to not have the concentric circles of the cotton balls. But either way, make your own and see how they turn out. It's not really hard. It is sticky work. It is dirty work. It's just, my surface is a hot mess now. But I mean, if you've got a craft area and you have time and you want these, then yeah, just grab some pine cones, some sticks, and glue and cotton balls, and I think you'll be good to go. So happy junking, everyone. Bye. Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more junkin' videos.